expecting to see you here, but while I have your attention, could I interest you in learning about speech and language impairments? Well, you have no choice.
Hi, I'm Blair, and today I'm about to talk about the speech and language impairments definition from our 2004 label for students with communication difficulties in speech and language impairments. Speech and language impairments are problems in communication in related areas such as oral motor movement. Delays and disorders may range from those who are subtle that they have little or no impact on daily living and socializing and the inability to produce speech or to understand and use language.
Characteristics of those with speech and language impairments fit into two categories: articulation or fluency disorders. Articulation disorder characteristics are similar to the voices of Daffy Duck and Tweety Bird. As for fluency disorders, those individuals may have what we know as a stutter, although be careful using that term because some find it offensive.
There are many ways to integrate helpful strategies for students with speech and language impairments in the classroom. Some of these include focusing on interactive communication, using active listening, working at the student's pace, encouraging reading and writing daily, using tactile and visual cues, and you can consult a speech and language pathologist concerning your assignments and activities. You can also use a peer buddy system when appropriate, but make sure it's appropriate. If you employ these strategies, you can markedly help your students be successful in the general education classroom. Woo!
The cause of speech and language impairments is really unknown, but there are several theories on the causes. Some of these include prenatal injury, exposure to toxins, problems with the nervous system or with the brain. Speech and language impairments can also be acquired later in life from disease or trauma, such as meningitis or a car accident.
Hey, it's Holly again, and I'm going to be behind the camera. I'm here with my cousin to do an interview. She is a professional in the field of speech and language, so let's go do the interview. Laura, would you care to introduce yourself before we get started?
Sure, not at all. I'm Laura Block. I'm a school-based speech-language pathologist, and I work with 4-year-olds up through 6th graders currently.
Awesome. I think we're ready for the first question of the interview. I would like to know what your favorite thing is about being a speech and language pathologist.
Well, my favorite thing about my job is probably just knowing that I am building the foundation and the skills to be a successful, functional communicator, whether it's to have correct speech sounds or to use a communication device, or even just those social skills where, making friends, building relationships. It's just to see that on a child's face when it clicks, there's no better feeling.
All right, I only have one more question for you. I'd just like to know, what is your least favorite thing about being a speech and language pathologist?
Okay, well, one would be definitely the paperwork, because no matter what field you're in, if you work with people, there are a lot of different papers you need to fill out. But that's tolerable. Another thing that's difficult is no child is the same. So you can two kids could have the same disability and something really works with one kid, they get it, and then the next child, it seems like everything you're doing, it's not working at all, because you just have to find out what works for that child. But that's also one of the things I love about my job, because it's like a puzzle, just figuring out what's going to work for that kid. And eventually you figure it out, and the kid gets it, and it works.
For watching!